Thank you, everybody, for joining us again this week for Chamber Chat. Today, we're excited to have with us Chris Cuffee. He is the head guy at Village Fitness. You probably see him out early in the mornings, leading people through just incredible workout routines and keeping us all fit here in Magnolia. So, Chris, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jason. I'm excited to be on here.
Absolutely. Tell us, if you would, a little bit about your business story. How did you get in the industry, and how did this business get started?
Yeah. Wow. So we'll get to the business in a minute because that's an interesting story. Maybe the whole thing is interesting. I don't know. I've been actually in the industry for about 11 years now, doing personal training, boot camp, small group training, that sort of thing. Believe it or not, this was not my original path. I actually have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree in criminal justice, with a specialization in investigative criminology.
Wow.
Which is a fancy way of saying, I like to know why people do what they do. The goal for me was law enforcement. I was going to go that route and, save the world one bad guy at a time, kind of thing. But during my grad school, I had the opportunity to start doing some training part-time, and I fell in love with it. People I was saying, go, 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 do more, push, push, push. And people were getting up after these workouts saying, hey, Chris, thank you. And that was great. That was so cool, because in the law enforcement side of things, when you're interacting with somebody with a gun and a badge, it's generally not a positive experience. So I fell in love with the fitness industry, and it was almost like that I just switched paths and ended up working with another local fitness company for, 10 years. Yeah, from 2010 up to 2020. And so that's how I got into it. It was just a whirlwind of, certifications and training, all these different things that happened to lead me up to now. What's funny is then we get to 2020, and we're in the midst of a global pandemic based on a virus that is airborne. And I decide, you know what I'm going to do? Open up a brick and mortar fitness company. What do you? So there's a little more to it than that, but I just laugh every time I think about it because it makes almost no sense. But to give a little more background on how that actually happened is, I lived in Magnolia for a long time. In Magnolia itself, the community, the people, the area, the neighborhood, everything, it holds a special place in my heart and in my life. I proposed to my wife over in Discovery Park. My wife and I brought our daughter home to our apartment off of 28th Ave, on top of the hill there. So there's just a lot of pieces of my life that have been in and around Magnolia. Nice. So when I had the opportunity to take this on as my own, it felt just like I had to, with the history I have here and what I know that this community is. It's just something that I felt like I needed to be a part of and make sure that it actually happened, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that aspect of it makes total sense. The COVID thing, starting a business of any kind almost, but especially fitness and especially a physical place, that takes some guts. Speaking of COVID, what have you had to change? How have you had to modify to stay open during this pandemic?
Yeah, that's been, if there's anything that I've learned over the last, 6 to 12 months, it's the value of flexibility. There's certainly operating restrictions that we all have to deal with right now in terms of capacities and what phase the county is in and all that. But the flexibility to implement things that are going to work has been the only reason I think that we're still here. The company was born, this Village Fitness was born in the midst of this global pandemic, right? It was October 1st, 2020, when we opened our doors. And it wasn't maybe 6 weeks later, November, I think it was like the 11th, right? So almost not even 6 weeks later, we got told to shut the doors,
Mm.
right? Businesses had to close down. And it was crazy, 6 weeks into this thing, and we're already putting the brakes on it. So I remember coming into the studio that Monday morning, when we had to shut down on Tuesday. And I told the clients, hey, this is what's got to happen. And I was fully prepared to shift, right? And to go virtual and do all these crazy things. But then they came to me and said, hey, wait, hold on. Can we go outside? And I'm thinking to myself, you realize it's November, it's dark, it's cold, it's probably raining. Like, you want to go outside? And they said, yes, absolutely, we want to go outside. So that's what we did. It was that moment, in that literal moment, where they said we wanted to go outside. I said, okay. And so the next day we were out on the sidewalk doing our workouts, at 6:15 in the morning in the dark and 32-degree weather and the sideways rain. So I guess what I'm trying to say is the flexibility to just do what needs to happen. And I keep thinking to myself, we opened in October, so this is 7 months later. We still haven't been able to operate at 100%. This company has never known anything resembling normal, so it's just been an exercise in adapting and trying new things and making sure that everybody is happy, and so I couldn't have done any of it without the support of the clients that come through here, the neighborhood, the community. But that's been the biggest piece, is that flexibility, right? We just got through last week, like almost having to revert back to phase 2, which would have meant 25% capacity again versus 50% we have now, which means I would have had to have told people, hey, you can't come in anymore because we don't have physical room. So it's just been this nonstop ride of figuring it out as we go. And it's been, like I said, the funnest part, and the only thing I think that's made us able to still kind of be here and operate. Everyone's patience with that and just having fun with it.
Yeah, the stories like this I hear again and again of adapting and resiliency are so inspiring to hear. I wish more people could hear these kind of stories. And that's part of why we're doing Chamber Chat, is to help share those stories. So
Absolutely.
the business that you're running there, that it's your blood, sweat, and tears. What would be kind of the differentiator of your business? What makes it special in your eyes?
Yeah, that's an easy one, because I would love to tell you that, we have some proprietary training method that guarantees these results. We don't. It's tried and true methods that people have been doing for forever. We try to make it as fun as we can, but what really makes this place special is it's not me, it's not the kettlebells and the TRX straps and all these different things. What it is the people in here, right? It's these people that live in this community that come here, that make this place really something unlike anything I've been around. I think a lot of, you remember the show Cheers, right?
Oh yeah,
It's
everybody
where
knows your name.
everybody knows. Exactly, and that's, you come in here and you're gonna run into Kim, you're gonna run into Mike, you're gonna run into all these faces, and they're gonna say, hey, how are you? And they're gonna greet you with a smile. They're gonna be happy to be here. One of other um, the other lyrics to that Cheers theme song is, we want to be where we can see our troubles are all the same.
Hmm.
And that's, I think, one of the cooler things about this studio is that, yeah, we've got people as young as 14 years old working in here. We got people who are retired. We've got real estate agents. We've got lawyers. We got teachers. We got janitors. We got all kinds of folks. But everybody in here are the same. They're all just trying to get better, trying to get healthier, and people understand that. And so it creates this atmosphere that is just so fun to be a part of. You're part of this community. We welcome you with open arms, and it's not me, really. I'm just kind of steering the ship. It's all these folks that come through here that just love being here and love each other. That's the coolest part. That's something that I think makes people want to not only come here but stay here. sometimes I can't kick these people out. Get out of here. We can only have so many people in here.
Even when it's dark and cold and they have to be outside, they won't go away.
I know it.
So, Chris, anything else about Village Fitness you would want people to know, or?
You know, it's funny you asked that because I was thinking about that, and really what came to my mind was not Village Fitness. We're a part of this community, and what's important to me is that we are literally a part of it as opposed to apart from it. And so part of that for me was actually becoming part of a member of the chamber. Um, all those mornings from November, December, January, when we were working out outside at 6:15 in the morning, there were these nice little Christmas lights up on the trees, which the chamber did, right? And it gave us this light that we were like so excited to have out there. I can't, I mean, Jason, you know more than anybody. I'm kind of a tough guy to get a hold of, and I should apologize for making you chase me down. But man, I got to tell you, just having you walk in the door to get me in here just made me feel so good that the chamber cares about this community. It's a reflection of the community as a whole that, the chamber cares, the people care, I care. We all are working together to make this a really awesome place to be. And that's really exciting for me, at least, and hopefully for everybody else. So I just wanted to say a little, shout out to the chamber for just the awesome, I mean, from the murals to the love local posters that are everywhere, all the different things. It's just such a fantastic place to be a part of that you can't help but be excited.
That's awesome. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. That means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, for anyone watching this that maybe doesn't know exactly where we're talking about, your location, can you describe that? And then also website, any socials that can follow you on, any other ways to connect with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So the physical studio is located on I guess that would be the eastern side of the village there, right at the bottom of the hill in McGraw Street there. We're 3111 West McGraw Street. But you can find us very easily on the web at villagefitnessseattle.com. Same thing on social media, Instagram, Facebook, villagefitnessseattle.com. We love interaction on there, comments. If there's stuff people want, we've had people tell us, hey, how do I work my core? All right, well, put together a little video for you. We love interacting with the folks. We're trying to get out in the community a bit more. So hopefully you'll be seeing me. I do apologize to everybody in the neighborhood if you hear me yelling really loud early in the morning. Sorry. Maybe come join me. So that's where you can find us, and we certainly don't plan on going anywhere for a long, long time.
That's awesome. You're a great neighbor and part of the community to be a part of the chamber. So, Chris, thank you for all that you're doing. Thanks for the community you're creating and spreading there through your business. And thanks for being a part of this recording today and sharing your story.
Awesome. Well, hey, Jason, thank you for having me. I do appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll see you soon. Take care.
All right. Thanks. Take care.